Welcome to this Mantium tutorial. My name is Blessing Adisiji and I'm a developer advocate here at Mantium. Today we are going to be going over how to transform dataset and ship to Pinecone with Mantium. So at the end of this tutorial, you should be able to learn how to import dataset from a text file, generate embeddings from the text, and export them to Pinecone for further analysis or machine learning purposes using Mantium. We're also going to go over how Mantium supports connectors like OpenAI to generate embeddings, and then Pinecone so that you can ship your embeddings to Pinecone. So let's get started. So I'm here in the Mantium platform, and the first step I'm going to do is to create a data source that would bring in the text file into Mantium. So I'm going to click on Add Data Source, and then I'm going to click on Files. So we have a number of data sources here, and we'll have a couple more tutorials on how to work with each data sources, but today we're working with files. So click on Files, and I'm just going to give it a name. I'm going to say File Text Source. Okay, and I'll hit the Save and Test button so that can save the data source for me to upload my files. So navigate to Files, and I'm just going to drag and drop my TXT file into this. So I'll click on the Upload button, and that would be uploaded to the Mantium platform, and then I'll click on Finish and Sync so that the sync job can get started. So the moment the sync job is completed, you see your file name right here, and you can upload a couple more files. And if you want to sync them, click on Manual Sync button to perform the sync job. Now that we have the file uploaded, the next step is to create custom data set. So I'm just going to give my file data set. I'm going to say Manatee text file. So that's the data set name, and I'm going to click on Save for the data set creation job to get started. Notice that the job has been completed, and you have your content here, and you have the text, and you have the file name. So if you can click on this to see the text, the content, and you can see we have some text content in the text file. So the next step is to generate embeddings, and to do that, navigate to Transform, and in Transform, you see in the Transform Builder window, you see a list of different transformations you can apply to your text file, and we have documentation, well-detailed documentation on each transformation. I'll provide the link in the description below, but for the purpose of this tutorial, we want to generate embeddings, so I'm going to search for the embeddings transform, and you can see here, generate embeddings. So if you don't know what generate embeddings means, you can easily take a look at this documentation that we have right here. We also have more documentation here where you understand the parameters, source column, and other different parameters that you need to add before you can use this transformation or this transform. And there are more examples here and also how to use it. But I'm just quickly going to go over the configuration, and we want to convert this text column to embeddings. So I'm just going to change here to text, and you can see it comes up in the drop down, and the name of my destination column, which is the new column, is embeddings. I'm just going to leave it as it is, and then we're using the text embedding ADA model, which is the OpenAI model for generating embeddings, and we're going to leave the max token length as default, and then I'm going to select my credential ID. So if you haven't selected, or if you haven't configured your credential ID for OpenAI, I'll provide a link in the description that goes over how to add your OpenAI key in just a few steps. So I'm going to click on that, and I'll click on Save Transform, and the job to generate embeddings will get started. Wait for that to get completed, and we'll have our embedding column with different numerical representation of the text. It's a lot of technical details, but we have articles that explains the understanding of embeddings. So we have the embeddings column right here, and you can ship this to Pinecone for further uses or further machine learning uses such as question and answering, and we also have examples on that on the documentation channel. So if you go back to destination, this is where we're going to add a destination to ship the embeddings column to Pinecone. So simply click on the Add a Destination button, and we have Pinecone, we have Redis. Redis is a managed vector database that we manage, and we have examples on that as well. I'll provide the link in the description below, and you can also check the channel for more videos on how to use the Redis destination. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're just going to select Pinecone, and I'm going to add the destination name. I'm going to add Pinecone, and other details. So I'll select my Pinecone configuration. I'm just going to put the dimension of 1536, which is the dimension for the OpenAI ADA model. And I'm going to change this to US4 GCP because that's the environment for my own index. I suggest you do the same. And then the content name column, so you can leave it as content or text, and then the embeddings. And then you're going to click on save for the job to get started. So now that the job is completed, you have your destination right here, and I'll navigate to my Pinecone account to show you that the embedding is inside. So in my Pinecone account, I can simply go to the index name and then index info, and then I have total vectors. Before I had 1, now I have 2. This is how to ship your embeddings to Pinecone. So in this tutorial, we covered how to import a text file, generate embeddings from the text file, and then export that to Pinecone. If you feel like you need any help, scan this barcode to join us on Discord, where I'll be available to answer more of your questions. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and share the video. See you in the next one.